We are so grateful to be supported by sponsors like our friends at Haney and Company. You know, we all know that in today's complex financial landscape, having a trusted advisor can make all the difference. Since 1960, Haney and Company has been providing comprehensive accounting services to a diverse range of clients, from small businesses to large corporations. With nearly 400 professionals across 13 locations, they offer services in tax, audit, business consulting, and client advisory. In fact, their commitment to excellence has earned them recognition from Accounting Today and Forbes magazines. At Haney and Company, though, it's not just about balancing books. It's about building lasting relationships based on trust and mutual growth. So visit HaneyCPAs.com. That's HaneyCPAs.com to learn how they can support your business's financial journey.
We are so grateful to be supported by these community champions: Sales MD, Team Friday, Realist Lab, Kiana Patterson, Diego Chavez, Jer Boucher, Heather Ryder, Janine Sua, Lily Roca, and Steve Kernan.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Stoppage Time. It's Friday afternoon, July 18th. I hope you're having an incredible month. And you know what? I'm feeling kind of up. I'm feeling a positive, kind of encouraging vibe this week. It's been a rough couple of weeks, and I shared a lot of what I thought about that with you all in the last couple of episodes here. But today, you know, what's been on my mind is just this simple, kind of yet difficult human reality of resilience, and just human resilience, the resilience of our spirit, of our mind, of our bodies, of our intelligence, just across the board. That this idea of resilience has been consuming me. Honestly, I think I've kind of unpacked it a little bit this week through a couple of conversations, and I think what I've discovered is that this idea of resilience was underlying recent conversations with y'all about transition and transitional moments and difficult moments and stressors. And yeah, I'm just, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you about that. And I wanted to give you some context, and I wanted to kind of tell you where I found a little bit of inspiration in this most recent episode this week of our Entrepreneurial Thinkers podcast, right? As you know, I have the privilege of talking to these folks, incredible folks, right? These people who are relentlessly innovating in their sector or segment of society or industry every week. And those conversations invariably shape how I view the life that I live, right? And what I'm dealing with, both as a human out here outside in Los Angeles and in the United States, as well as a business person sitting here at the fabled kitchen studio table that is the epicenter of our business. And this week's guest in particular on our show, Andres Friedman, who's the co-founder and CEO of a company called Solfium, which is a North American company that's focused on creating a world-class customer experience in the solar energy industry in Mexico for now. But it's this incredible story of innovation, technological innovation, market service innovation, customer innovation, business model innovation in a world that is ever changing, and frankly, in a market that maybe most people wouldn't expect. So I really, as I always do, I really encourage you to go check out this episode and enjoy it. You can find it, like it, subscribe it, follow it on any of our podcast audio channels, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. And of course, you can find us on our YouTube channel as well, where you're enjoying this potentially, right? So as I listened back, though, as I do my weekly editorial work that Deanna keeps me doing, as I listened back to Andres and my conversation, you know, we spoke about market obstacles. We spoke about kind of disruptive, uncertain political times and how it affects their business. And then we even spoke about his own journey from a big time executive at one of the world's largest aircraft manufacturing companies, Bombardier, to first time entrepreneur in this clean energy market. And through it all, our conversation kind of kept returning to the fact that he and his team just simply consistently worked to try to get better. Like, yeah, they're aware of the macro conditions around them, and they just kind of keep their heads down. They keep talking to their customers. They keep improving their products and service experiences, and they just kept growing. And in those messages, I really was reminded of a couple of things that then I took away and kind of have applied in my own life and my own business journey this last week or so. One is just progress always wins over attempts to slow or stop the future. Like, it's just inevitable. Over the long moral arc of history, as they say, like, progress always wins. And then the second thing really is just the consistency and persistence are like superpowers in our lives and especially in our businesses. Just showing up and consistently and persistently, or as my dad used to say, 3 Ps: polite, professional, persistence. Like, just kind of pushing things forward, right? Or pulling people towards what it is that they say they want to do, so that you can advance those projects or those initiatives. Like, I've talked about it so much lately because I felt the energy. Like, I was the energy of the world and of my local world here in Los Angeles and of life and of the transition in our business was heavy. It was really heavy. You could go back and look at prior episodes or listen to prior episodes, and you can probably see it in my shoulders or hear it in my voice, right? We've talked about the macro transition that we're all in, that I believe, right? No matter where we live, we've talked about how, yes, obviously some experiences are more urgent or more acute and more dangerous. For example, the immigrant community and what they're being put through here in the United States by our federal government here in Los Angeles, in California, around the country, right? That's obviously more acute, much more dangerous. But then there are other parts of our daily lives that are less dangerous, less stressful, less acute, right? But we're all going through this transition together. I am on the front edge of this, and I've been carrying this weight maybe up until this last week, like far too independently, or trying to do it all on my own, right? And the lessons that Andres' conversation with me kind of reminded me of, it should serve as reminders to all of us, is that those of us who would prefer to turn back time and stop progress, like that, they only win if we let them win, right? So if, just like Andres' team at Solfium, if we just keep going forward towards better every day, a little bit better, as I love to say, right, on this show and on the Entrepreneurial Thinker show, like that, our mission, our purpose should be to try to leave the world just a little bit better each day than it was how we found it, maybe the day before or at some period before in our lives. Like, ultimately, if we just keep doing that, if we don't give up or give in, we win. Progress wins, right? So this last few weeks has been a tumultuous time for me, stressful time for me as I shape this new kind of reality of my career via the podcasting business. And as I do this amidst the swirling world around me here in Los Angeles, but there's so much of what we're doing and what I'm trying to accomplish that I believe in so deeply. And it's not like a naive belief just based on my own emotions. Like, it's a deep-seated belief based on the conversations I'm having with the people that are supportive of what we're doing and the people that are involved in what we're doing and the sponsors that sponsor our shows, the partners that are in the pipeline of discussions around us producing their shows for them and helping them expand upon their brand storytelling. Like, our direction is impeccable. Like, our true north is just absolutely spot on. Our progress, frankly, has been terrific, even if not always as fast as I would personally like it to be. And that is my own issue. And that causes me a lot of my own stress, right? And I've kind of been reminded of that in the conversations this week with people like Andres. But the level of change that I'm trying to engineer into my career and how I make a living personally at my age, or really honestly, frankly, at any age, is a significant undertaking without any kind of a safety net underneath me, right? But just like Andres, or even the other stories that we've recently premiered on our Entrepreneurial Thinker show, like Jocelyn Ramirez and her story about her work with her company, the food brand Todo Verde, or Roy Scott and what he's building in essentially what he calls the urban Disney, a media company for the future, right? Or even my friend Bismarck Lepe joining us from the Bay Area, who's using the foundations of their company MiSalud, based in Mexico, to essentially fix or alter the course of the US's notoriously broken healthcare system, right? All these people constantly remind me on a weekly basis that when I get to have these conversations with them, that if I just remain persistent and that if I ask for help when I need it, if I offer others the opportunity to partner with me and to partner with us to build a better, more positive human storytelling production company, that I too will weather all these storms that come at all of us eventually. I don't know what it was about the energy shift, but I had some modest success at the end of last week that allowed us to kind of get through another milestone, that allowed me to navigate a series of potholes that were on the road in front of me. And then I was able to kind of rest and recover my mind and recover my spirit and let my body recover, which is really important at this age, by the way. But I woke up this Monday with like a huge smile on my face and with an eagerness to kind of just tackle these opportunities and challenges that are in front of me. And I know that some of that isn't just my own energy that's generated from inside. Like some of that, or a lot of that lately, is really just coming from these conversations that I get to have. And why I keep impressing that upon you is to remind you that if you're here listening to me, or you have the opportunity to listen to me here and then share this with a friend or someone in a business colleague or a business partner or someone that works for you or your team, like these conversations that I'm benefiting from, that I'm learning from, that I'm growing as a result of, are there for you for free, right? I mean, these resources, these people's experiences, their insights, their innovations, their ideas, their spirit, their energy, all of that is available via our podcast. That's why we make the podcasts that we make, right? It's why we're excited to now take these storytelling skills and techniques and experiences to help other people make the podcasts for their brands, for their organizations and their communities the way that we will help them make them, because we so deeply believe in the power of human conversation to make the world a bit better than it has been, right? To leave it a little bit better than we found it. And in that, you can also find the personal strength and the encouragement for just fucking keep going. Just the idea of just continuing to believe in yourself, continuing to believe in what you're doing, continuing to believe in your ability to get where you want to go, where you see it so clearly when maybe other people don't, continuing to believe and trust in those around you, like I am learning constantly to do. To trust in Deanna, to trust in Anna Paula, to trust in my closest friends, to trust in our sponsors and the wisdom of our sponsor relationships. Those are deep-seated friendships, right? These aren't just passing transactional business deals. These are deep-seated relationships inside of our community. It's why we're so proud to introduce our sponsors every week in every show to our community, because these are the types of people you want in your corner, and their organizations are the types of organizations you want in your corner. So to me, I just say, like, the end of this week, I'm just ending this week with so much gratitude and so much energy around, like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's keep believing, let's keep going, and let's keep leaning on each other when we need to, because our imaginative resilience, our human resilience, is ultimately what sets us apart from everyone else. And it's what helps us to build not only the better, best things for ourselves as individuals or for the organizations or communities that we're a part of, but just ultimately that imprint that our resilience, our ability to reinvent, to re-explore, to repurpose, to re-believe, I'm gonna make up that word, right, in ourselves and our own potential, that's what makes this world a better place. So that's it. That's my inspirational, fired up perspective for this week. I'm super grateful to all of you all the time. Obviously, I always remind you, please don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. This show, our Entrepreneurial Thinkers show, on a weekly basis, it drops every Thursday. You can find it across all our channels, as I've already said. You can find this and enjoy this here. And then as we get into pre-production with some of these coming shows, I will be super excited to announce and premiere some of our client shows that we will be producing for others so that you all can share and enjoy in those in topics where they're appropriate and appealing to you. But in the meantime, I just wish you all sorts of joy and love and peace and happiness this week as you spend a little bit of time recharging during your stoppage time between the end of your busy, productive week and the weekend. We'll see you back here next week. We are so grateful to be supported by sponsors like our friends at Plaintext Capital. You know, investing in Web3 and cryptocurrencies isn't about jumping on the latest trends. It's about understanding where the market is headed and why. Plaintext Capital is a digital asset investment firm focused on long-term strategies backed by deep research, backing the best Web3 companies and protocols, and investing in the newest asset classes of the future. They believe that Web3 crypto will drive digital innovation for decades to come, creating significant value for investors. In fact, their team of highly skilled professionals work with institutions and serious individual investors who want clarity in a space full of hype and noise. So if you're looking to cut through the chaos and invest with purpose, Plaintext Capital brings a disciplined, high-conviction approach to investing. You can learn more and meet the team at plaintextcapital.com.